Hello students, in today's session we are going to continue with chapter number 8 of our class 10th science NCERT textbook. So here the conclusion of the fertilization process that we studied is here the first male gamete, as we saw that two male germ cells were released, right? Two male germ cells or two male gametes or two male sperm cells, anything you can use. So the first male gamete fuses with the egg cell and produces a zygote. This is the microscopic view of a this is the first male gamete. It fuses with the egg cell and it produces a zygote. Then if zygote is fully formed, then the second male gamete, after this fully formed zygote, the second male gamete, it fuses with the polar nuclei. As you can see, there were two polar nuclei in the egg cell, right? Embryo sac, there were two polar nuclei. So the second male gamete fuses with that polar nuclei and it forms the endosperm. Now this zygote take nutrition from endosperm. The endosperm that is formed, the zygote that is formed here, it takes the nutrition from the endosperm and will develop into embryo. Develops into embryo, which will finally form seed, and this embryo finally forms the seed. So seed under favorable conditions, when the seed is given proper temperature, soil, moisture, then under favorable conditions it develop into a fully grown plant. This seed under favorable conditions, that is under proper temperature, moisture, air content, everything, it grows into a fully developed plant. So this way it is developed. Now, so we can define two processes. Here we have defined two processes, right? Fusion of male gamete with polar nuclei to form endosperm is called triple fusion. When the male gamete, the second male gamete, fuses with two polar nuclei. There were two polar nuclei and one male gamete, means three things are involved and it forms the endosperm. Three things means it is triple fusion. And here, as two fertilization taking place, therefore the process is called as double fertilization. It is called as double fertilization because two fertilization processes are taking place. Why? First fertilization is one male gamete, the first male gamete fuses with the egg cell and it forms the zygote. This is the first fertilization. Another fertilization process is fusion of male gamete. The second male gamete fuses with the polar nuclei, and it forms the endosperm. This is termed as the triple fusion. This is the second fertilization process. So two fertilization processes are taking place, therefore we term it as double fertilization. Okay, so this were the two processes that are defined over here, which were not defined in the previous lectures. So that's all for today. Now here with this we have completed sexual reproduction and flowering plants. In the next class we will study about sexual reproduction in human beings. We will start with that. So that's all for today's class. Thank you and have a great